morning everyone. So I did a really big stretch relaxation class at 9:30. So I've popped the link into the Zoom link into this group. But anyway, I'm going to do a quick glute and core and leg strengthening. So hopefully you can all join me if you've got time today. So we're going to start with our feet hip width apart, shoulders nice and relaxed, just a little bit of mobility through the back to start with. So a little lateral side bends, stretch to the spine and lengthen. Good. Okay, and then a gentle twist side to side, just get the back mobilised and warm up. Okay, back to the centre. Now, hands on the hips, hands on the rib cage, and you take a really nice wide breath in. So breathe in through your nose and slowly breathing out through your mouth. So breathing in through your nose, try not to clench glutes or lock knees, breathing in. As you breathe out, engage the core. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, engage the core. Good, holding in that position, we're going to go into a balance, so slowly lift your left leg, coming up and slowly coming down. So I want you to go slowly so that you're not pushing the hip out, you're keeping in alignment as much as you can as a really slow, gentle lift. So squeeze the glute, lengthen through the spine as you lift and lower. Squeeze the glute and slowly lift and lower. Good. And we're going to squeeze that glute, stay with this leg, circle the foot, and then just circle into the hip. Good. And back round. Good. Placing the foot just gently on the calf. I want you to hold in that position. Feel like you're lengthening up through the spine and taking the hands up towards the ceiling. Stretching up through the spine. Take a breath in. And slowly release. Drop the shoulders. Shoulders nice and relaxed. And release that leg. Just shake the leg out. And change sides. Good. Okay. Oh, Emma, you've joined me again. So we're just going to do a little bit of a core strengthening one. So now you're going to take your weight onto the other leg, squeeze the glute, try not to lean over, so feel a length through the spine, then you're lifting up that leg, circle the foot, back round and circle into the hip and back round, little clicks in my hip and then into a balance, so foot against the calf and you're going to get that length through the spine, try not to lift the shoulders, hands coming up towards the ceiling, get that stretch through the spine, length, breathing in, stretch up through the spine, length and squeeze the glute to help stabilise you, press the toes, the foot in towards the floor and slowly release and shake that leg out. Good, shake both legs out and we're going to go into a squat, so from the front, feet are parallel. So you've got the outside of the foot in a straight line. You're going to breathe in as you go back and breathe out as you lift. So it's quite good for me because I can see in the mobile phone that actually my hips go a little bit to the right. So be aware, that would be your left. So be aware to keep the hips straight behind you so you're not dominating one side more than the other. Also be aware of the weight on the feet. So are you leaning more on one foot than the other? Breathing in and breathing out. As you go into the squat, make sure the knees don't go over the toes, the back stays lengthened and straight, and breathe out, lift up. Tuck the chin in. Spread the toes out to give you more stability. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit harder. I'm going to lift up the heels and go onto my toes. So I'm still going into the squat. Breathe out as you lift. Okay, last one, we're going to stay down and hold. Stay in that position, work through the thighs, and then slowly lift up. Good, shake the legs out. We're going to go into a roll down, so I'm coming to the back of the mat, breathing in, lift up again, circle the arms, and slowly roll down through the spine. So flexion through the spine. Let the head hang, lengthen out through the neck, relax the shoulders. Lift the tummy, slowly curling up, hands along the thighs if you need to support the lower back, Emma. Breathing in, lifting up. Now a little bit of a back extension as you bring the arms back and round, open the chest and look up towards the ceiling, and then go into a flexion roll down. Head and neck relaxed, legs nice and relaxed. Now bend the knees, let the head hang, and just let yourself flop down forward. Let the spine lengthen, so the whole of the back of the spine. Just feel that length. And then breathing in, lift the belly button, hands walk up the thighs, shoulders are down. Slowly rolling up, and again, one more time. Breathing in, lift up. Lovely stretch through the chest, the back, circle the arms round and get into that extension through the spine. Tuck the chin in, pull the belly button in and curl down. Let the spine lengthen, let the head relax. Okay, straighten the legs, bring the hands around the back of the legs, so try and loop the hands around and draw yourself in towards the legs. Release any tension on the neck. Okay, hands coming down onto the floor. Walk the hands forward. You can keep the knees soft if you want, and you're going to go into a downward dog. So hands down, walking the feet back a little bit. Good, and just gently press left heel and right heel. Good, stretching out through the spine, through the back of the legs. Okay, lengthen. So we're going to go into a plank. This can be quite hard if you tend to tense the shoulders. So keep the neck long, and you're going to take your weight into the hands and then lengthen the legs away. So your bottom is flat. Shoulders are down, weight over the hands, weight into the feet, hold in that position. Breathe wide and full. Now, if you can, lengthen one leg up and then change. Try not to dip the hips. Okay, from there, drop the knees and take yourself straight into a child pose. Okay, slowly coming back up onto hands and knees, and you're going to go into a cat stretch, lengthen through the neck, and you're going to start to breathe out, but I want you to lift your belly button first, then curl through the spine, let the head drop down, and then breathe in, release. Shoulders down, breathing out, belly button, lift through the spine, take your bottom a little bit towards the heels, get some really nice stretch into the back, and then release. And belly button, curl, and release, and curl. Slowly taking the hips down towards the ankles, walking the things forwards, getting a really lovely stretch down through the back. Okay, we're going to get a stretch into the glutes and the piriformis. So coming back up, bring the leg across. Okay, so my foot comes across and I'm pressing down that left hip. So you want to feel the stretch into the right glute. Hands under the shoulders and then slowly lower yourself down, relaxing down in that position. Keeping that left hip pressing down into the heel. I will turn so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully, so the foot comes across and then I'm trying to press my left hip into it as I then slowly lower down. Lifting up. Okay, in this position, weight going into the hands, lengthen, push the knee back and bring the other knee foot forward. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, and that foot comes there. Good, so right hip pressing down and then slowly bringing yourself down into the floor. So this is such a lovely stretch. It's a really good stretch on the piriformis. You can do it standing, so you can put your knee and your foot on like a centre island or a dining room table and press into it. It's a really good stretch. Just lengthen out into the hip and sometimes gets a really lovely release into the lower back. Okay, slowly coming back up, knee going back, and I'm going to come up onto my knees. So we're going to do some leg strengthening. So this is glute med and abductor. So a little bit of a stretch side to side. Try not to make sure you're not putting any tension in the obliques as you go into this position. So I'm taking my hand down to the left. So you might not be able to see my hand, and the leg goes out to the side. Oh, I've chopped my head off. Sorry. So the leg goes to the side. I want you to be able to see my foot. So I'm going to move up that way a little bit. And my hip is lifted, my shoulder is lifted. So you can have the hand on the hip, shoulders are down, and I'm going to lift and lower that top leg. Now, any back issues, you might find you can only lift a couple of inches. That's absolutely fine. We're just doing that movement. Squeeze the glute, breathe out, breathe in. So breathe out, breathe in. Try and keep the hip in alignment. Shoulders are down. And 3, and 2. Now lift up and hold little circles. 10, 9. Try not to move in the hip. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change forward. 10, 9. Hold the body, hold the core in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now flex the foot and bring it forward and back just for 5. 4. If it's too much on the back, then just do a little movement forward. 3, and 2, and 1, and release, pat that thigh. Okay, coming onto your knees, and again, a lateral side bend over to your right. Stretching out into the hip that we've just been working. Good, up onto the knees. Just going to shuffle over to the other side, and other leg straight. Shoulders are down, hand going down onto the floor again. Shoulders, chest open, shoulders, shoulder open. So hand, you can take the hand up if you want, or hand onto the hip. Lift and lengthen through the hip. Lift in the waist, take a breath in. Breathing out, engage the core. So low abdominal muscles, lift and lower that leg. So you probably will find one leg harder than the other. So squeeze that glute med. And 9, and 10, just 2 more, and circles, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release down. Knees together. Oh, we didn't go forward. Come back up, sorry. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Open out into the hips, lift in the waist, lengthen, lift that leg, flex the foot, and forward. 4, watch how it feels in the lower back. 3, and 2, and 1, and release down. Good, well done. Okay, lateral side bend over to your left. And release. Good. Roll, shoulders back and down. Stretch forward. And open, hands behind. And just roll the shoulders. Okay, good. So what I want to do now is some core work. So I'm going to come down onto the back. Now, if you've got any back issues, please be very careful. We are going to do some exercises with both legs. So if it's too much, you just go back, go to one leg only. So slowly lengthen through the spine, shoulders are down, rib cage is down, but that lower back is in neutral. So a little bit of a gap onto the lower back. Lengthen in the pelvis, thumbs and fingers in alignment, hips and knees in alignment, hands down. Take a nice wide breath in. Breathing out, engage lower abdominal muscles and lift the heel of the right foot and lift it up. Lift the heel of the left foot, engage the core and lift it up and hold. And just go into a couple of toe taps, making sure lower abdominal muscles are okay. You're not doming in the tummy. You're not putting any strain on the rib cage, the shoulders. Make sure the mouth and jaw is relaxed. That's why we breathe in through your nose. As you breathe out through relaxed lips, it should relax the jaw. Okay, hold, flex the feet, and then we go to a straight leg. Now, either, if you want to make it easier, knees are closer. If you want to make it harder, knees are further away. As you go further away, I can immediately feel I have more tension in the obliques. Okay, we're going to now remove the arms. Same things, either one leg at a time, arms. So stabilise the shoulders, stabilise the hips. If you want to make it harder, both legs, both arms. Two, and last one, and release. Good, knees in towards the chest, and a gentle rock from side to side. Okay, feet down on the floor. Hands can either go round the head to support the head, or hands reach towards the knees. Again, keep that neutral spine. Lower back in neutral, rib cage down. Take a breath in, engage the core, breathing out, curl up. Breathing in and release. Level 1, just to curl up. Level 2, legs lifted again. Toes relaxed. Try not to put too much strain in the neck. Making sure the spine stays in neutral. Shoulders curl up with the head and neck, tuck the chin in as if you've got an apple under the chin to the chest. So eyes look between the knees. If you want to make it harder, you are holding up and again. Lengthen and back. Lengthen and back. You can curl up and down again. And when you're ready, knees in towards the chest. Gentle rock from side to side, some massage through the back. Morning, Joanne. Hi, how are you? Hope you're okay. So we're just doing a little core workout. Okay, one more tummy exercise. We're going to go into reverse curl. So legs are up. Again, this is one where the more bent your knees are, the easier it is. I quite like crossing the ankles over, but I have to be aware that my pelvis is slightly not balanced. So I have to be careful that I don't dominate the dominant leg. So you're going to curl in, lift your bottom and release. Hands can stay down. So level 1, just a nice gentle rock in the lower back. If you like the feeling, but it's too much on the back or the shoulders, you can have the head down and kind of get the feeling with the shoulder bridge. So do the same sort of thing, the rocking of the pelvis, if you find it too much with the legs lifted. You might even be able to do it with one leg, but it's just getting the feeling, mobilising through the back. So this is level 1. Okay, morning, so we've got more people joining us. I can't see who it is at the moment. Keep going, rocking the lower back. So hi, Joanne. Okay, no problems. You can watch the recording and do it later if you want. Okay, so next level, your legs go straighter. And you're getting that lift. Now, you might find the shoulders heave when you lift your bottom. So reach the hands up. So you're then going to go, if you want to, level 3, where the legs up and then they lower. Now, control. So it's a double leg lower and then breathe in, come back. Breathe out. You can make it even harder with breathe out and curl up. One more. And release. Oh, knees in. So that's a really good one for lower abdominal muscles. Okay, knees wide, just stretch inner thighs and circle the feet. Back round the other way. Good. Knees together, drop the knees over to your left. Really get that lovely stretch through the spine. Shoulders down. Back to the centre. Knees over the side, look the other way. Stretch through the spine. Okay, now slowly, hands under the thighs, roll yourself up to a seated position, lifting up through the spine, pull the belly button in and reach over the legs, try and flex the feet. So get that length through the body, shoulders nice and relaxed, bring yourself down, pull the tummy in, coming up, shoulders nice and relaxed. We're going to do that by an arrow. I love this exercise. It's really good for your thoracic spine, especially after you've done some flexion and work the obliques. So lift and lengthen through the spine. Try not to flare the rib cage in, arms out in front, feet, fists, hands in fists, and pull your left elbow back. I'm doing the opposite. Breathing out. Rotate through the spine. So get a really lovely twist. Hands, try the hands a little bit lower. Take the hands a little bit higher. Maybe a little bit higher, lift through the spine and angle the elbow down. So get a little bit more of a twist through the body. Feet are together, so I've got my heels together to make sure my feet don't lift. Try not to overwork the hip flexor. Last one. Okay, you're now going to go to a roll down, so knees are bent. So half roll down, level one, hands under the thighs. Emma, you might need to do it with the hands under the knees to start with. If you want to, hands reaching out, breathing in and lift. I quite like it with a little pillow under my lower back. It actually gives your lower back feedback to roll and press into the pillow. So psychologically it helps the back mobilise. And I think someone else has joined us. Keep going. Want you to do 5 more. Morning, Catherine. So we're just doing some core work, mobilising in the back. We've done some leg work. So it's just a short little video. 2 more. 1 more. And release. Lengthen the legs away from you, flex the feet, stretch over the legs again, and stretch to the spine. Head coming down towards the knees. Slowly roll up, bend the knees to the left, coming up onto the knees again. Take a really nice deep breath in, lift the arms up, and breathe out, release. Again, lateral side bend to your right, and over the other side. And centre, and a twist. And thank you very much. So thanks for joining me. So a little bit of a strengthening one this morning. And there's the relaxation one. I can send a link if you want into, there's a Zoom link, or it's in the 10-day reset de-stress group if you're in that group. So lovely to see you. Have a really nice weekend and see you soon. Bye.